Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about hair retention, hair growth, and all things of that nature. I have had quite a few people comment or just ask me, girl, what are you doing? What happened? How is your hair growing? And I promise you all these tips are gonna be simple, quick, and easy, and most definitely you all will be able to do those same things too. About 2 years, almost 3 years ago, I did have to do another big chop. So my natural hair journey did not start over, it just evolved, and I am kind of growing my hair out right now, but a lot of people saw my hair, how short it was, and this is where we are today. My first tip for you all is to keep it simple. I know that sometimes it can be really fun to like change up our hair, go get this protective style and that protective style. I've been there. I like my braids, I like my styles and things like that, but just keep it simple. Our hair loves routines. It loves to know what we're gonna do to it next. Almost it likes that familiarity, which is why you all will see me try out different products here and there, but on average you all will see me sticking to a certain products for routine purposes, because I know what my hair likes. My hair expects for me to give it that type of nourishment every single week. So I am very careful with the products that I choose to use on my hair, because I have to listen to my hair. This also goes for styling our hair as well. I give myself one time, girl, you got one chance in these 7 days to add edge control to your hair, or you have this one day to add a gel to your hair. Only one day, and you better make it last. That is kind of the limit that I give to myself, because when we put a lot of gels and edge controls on our hair, we're manipulating the hair to do what it wouldn't naturally do on its own. And it really took me a while to get into that mindset. For me personally, I always had like thinner edges like right here in my peaks, and it is like kind of like a genetic thing. I noticed that a lot of people on my mom's side kind of have like weaker, tender spots like in the temple areas right here. However, I would notice that anytime I would get protective styles that were initially like tight, like any type of braids or anything like that, or even wearing wigs, like you all know wigs will put something serious on your edges if you're not applying them correctly, which I'll throw myself under the bus. There were times I won't apply the wig correctly, and it was doing what it needed to do to stay on, and it wasn't as helpful to my edges. And what I like to do is I'll use foam lotions now. I have not used edge controls in a while. If I have, it was literally only for one day to get it sleek how I needed it. But now I just use a foam lotion. It is less harmful to the edges, and it doesn't have a lot of harmful chemicals sometimes that gels and edge controls can have. And it is so easy to like maneuver the hair, because it adds water with the foam lotion, and you can still get a little slick look. As you all can see, I just have a little bit right here, and it looks very natural. It doesn't look like I'm trying too hard or trying to get the sleekest do, okay? And it is not to say that you can't get braids and things like that. You all have seen several times on my channel where I'll put braids or twists and things like that in my hair. I get it, sometimes we need a break, but just be mindful of how often you do those things, because sometimes that manipulation on the hair, sometimes our hair doesn't like it. So keep it simple and listen to your hair. The next thing I have for y'all, which some people may disagree, but this is what I do, and this is what I will recommend. Cleanse your hair. I know it is so simple, but cleanse your hair. Your hair needs to be clean. Sometimes I am experiencing a few breakouts right now, but I know that when my hair is dirty, my skin will tell me that my hair is dirty if it is dirty. Also, your hair, it grows from your scalp, your pores. Yes, they're up here too. You want that to be really good and clean as new hairs come up out of it. Like our hair produces like its natural oils. We're adding products on top of our hair. Sometimes even after wash day, we're adding more products, especially if you're adding gels and edge controls and things like that. it needs to be clean. And also I noticed that sometimes certain styles don't come out as good midweek or 2 weeks in and you haven't washed your hair, because it's just gonna look limp because it's like so weighed down because so much stuff is up there. I do not run away from shampoos. I shampoo my hair every single week because I know that if I don't shampoo my hair and I just do a regular co-wash, either I'm going to have buildup or my hair is just not going to last for the week. So cleanse your hair. Like I said, I'll throw myself up under the bus, okay? I used to be that person. Growing up, I used to thought that, okay, I'm gonna keep these braids in forever because dirty hair grows. Like, your hair is gonna grow whether it's clean or dirty. Like, it's gonna grow. But the matter is how are you retaining that length? When those new hair follicles come out, are they growing out where they can actually breathe, or are they like growing out and it's so cluttered on your scalp because it's just so much buildup on your scalp and things like that? So keep it clean. Keep it clean, keep it simple, okay? Now that I am natural, I do deep condition my hair every single week. It has not always been like that for me, let's be honest. When I first went natural, I did not deep condition my hair every single week. However, I noticed the benefits of deep conditioning and I was able to see how my hair reacted to the deep conditioner. So it really, really loved it. It offered it moisture and it also made it soft and a lot manageable. So I deep condition every week. However, I know that some people like to be cautious about deep conditioning every week because I have known certain people say that they have experienced moisture overload. I have not experienced moisture overload, but the best thing that you can do is to listen to your hair. And you know this by feeling your hair. As you're washing your hair, you can actually tell, does my hair feel the same? Does it feel too gooey? Does it feel too rough to my liking? Listen to your hair. It will tell you exactly what it needs. If you're noticing that your hair is already soft before you even apply the deep conditioner, maybe you don't need to sit up under the dryer that particular day. Maybe you just need to put on a plastic cap, walk around the house, do a little chore or two, and go rinse it out in the sink. But oftentimes I sit up under the dryer for at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes is like a good time period for me to actually sit up under the dryer, let that deep conditioner penetrate my hair strands. And while I'm sitting up under the dryer, it's just soaking in. It is just soaking in and my hair feels so good. But as I'm applying the deep conditioner, as you all probably have seen in several of my routines, I do detangle my hair. While I got that deep conditioner up there, it's a thick consistency. My hair likes it. I'm gonna take that time to get them tangles out so that when it's time to style, I'm not spending a lot of time on styling my hair because my hair is already detangled. So that's that on deep conditioning. Now, this is a common one that you all probably have seen, heard on several other YouTube channels, Instagram. You've seen it, you watch the videos. They're very soothing in my opinion because I just love watching those when other people doing it, especially like professionals. Also, I have done 3, maybe. I know at minimum I have done 3. Actually, it's more, but we'll say I have done quite a few of DIY trim tutorials. You cannot skip out on a good trim, okay? I will be honest with you all, my hair is growing and it is getting to the point where I don't feel like I can get it how I want to get it without taking so much time. I am hopeful that I can get a booking in with someone as I approach my next trim, but I will do it myself. I will make sure I allot enough time to trim my own hair, because if you don't trim your hair, you are not going to retain that length that just came from your scalp. And I think that is a huge mistake sometimes that we make as naturals, just thinking that in a curly state we really can't see the breakage, we can't see the damage. We know when the ends are getting tangled and it's hard to get that brush or get that comb through, but we can't see it as if we could see it where someone is wearing their hair straight, because you can just see through it. Don't skip out on a trim. I don't know how much I can say this, but don't skip out on it. If you skip out on your trims, your hair is just growing, and then when it's time to actually straighten your hair or do something different, you got to cut all of those inches off that you just accomplished and you just grew. So save yourself a little heartache and pain and just go ahead and get that trim. Normally, I don't really have a strong recommendation on how often to get trims, but if I were to say, I would say at least every three months. And of course, if you need assistance, do not be afraid to go to a professional who actually has a license. Most people who go to cosmetology school, they have to learn how to do different types of trims before they can even graduate or get their certification or license. So a lot of people are actually skilled in that, but actually go to someone who can listen to you, who can educate you, and just be open to the experience. I will say I am that person when it's time for me to get a trim. I don't cry about it. I just say, take off everything that needs to go. Now, I know everyone doesn't have that bravery or courage, but I'm not gonna sit there and go to a salon, which you all know I do a lot of hair here myself, and I'm not gonna go to a salon and tell them, oh, don't cut it all off, and then I still got split ends, and then I don't know the next time I'm gonna actually go sit in the seat. Take it all off, and if you're uncomfortable with the length, we do have a lot of protective style alternatives that are out there, i.e. braids, i.e. wigs, but actually applying the wig in the right way so that it doesn't damage your hair or damage your edges or the nape of your neck. You got me, okay? We all on the same page. Get protective styles that are actually gonna help your hair, meaning in terms of like low manipulation, but are not going to harm your hair. So I would just keep that in mind. But if you ask me, tell them, take everything off that needs to go. And I promise you won't get into no argument with them because they're gonna want to do it anyway, okay? You all know what I'm talking about. And the last final tip I have for you all that is, I don't know if it's commonly stated, but it's important. And I think that it has a lot to do around your nutrition. You want to make sure that your body is getting its nutritional needs. That means water, that means fruits, that means eating a well-balanced diet. Our body, what we put inside of our bodies is more important than what we put outside of our bodies. Meaning that if you ain't drinking enough water, don't expect your hair to be flourishing to its highest potential. It's gonna look good, but it may not be looking as good as that it can look if you were actually putting water into your body. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, even proteins and things like that, they're actually good for our body. We're giving our body the things that it needs to function and flourish. I like that, function and flourish. Yes, so make sure that you're hitting all of those food categories so that your body is getting the nutrition that it needs so that your hair, your skin, and even your health can flourish as well, because that is very important. Everything in moderation is pretty good, right? Nutrition as well. Make sure that your body is getting that balanced nutrition. I've even heard stories of some people who like never drunk water and things like that, where their scalp sometimes will even have an odor or it will smell because your hair strands are coming out of your pores as well. So it will reek of not good things if you're not drinking your water, you're not eating your fruits and giving your body those good goods, okay? And that is pretty much it, you all. These are 5 simple, quick and easy tips that I have. I don't have a magic answer to retaining and growing hair. You all know I'm still on my journey. I have actually done 2 big chops throughout my natural hair journey, which originated in 2014, and we're all learning together. But those are a lot of nuggets that will help you grow your hair, but most importantly retain that length. I know we always say how to grow longer hair. We all grow on average the same amount of hair strands, new hair strands every single day. Our hair is growing the same amount of inches every single day, unless we have any genetic or autoimmune disorders or any type of disorders that are related to the hair. Your hair is growing. It is the retention that most of us struggle with on average, and that is an area in which we all can grow. But those are 5 simple things that you all can start doing today to actually put your body and your hair in a space to retain that length. That is all I have, and as always, I can't wait to see you all in the next video. See ya.